Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another AB Daily News with the hockey coach, Guru Code Frenchy. Today, episode number 266. What your menu coach today? First of all, the AB are going to focus on 4 different things. Stay tuned. Secondly, what a season by Lane HUTSON played his last game of the year yesterday. I'm going to give you a little bit more his resume of the unbelievable great year he has with the Boston University. And finally, Sean Monahan, a special contract with the Montreal Canadiens for upcoming season. Watch this one because I think I have a really good solution for the Montreal Canadiens. So before we talk about our first subject, we would like to invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Show, and leave us a comments about this episode. And let's dive in and talking about my first subject of the day. My first subject of the day is about the Montreal Canadiens need to finish strong. I picked up some information after Martin St-Louis talked during the weekend about the Montreal Canadiens. I think I have something very good for you. First of all, I think the Montreal Canadiens has to focusing and prioritize 4 things they have to keep on eye. Here we go. This is really important for the Montreal Canadiens until the end of the season. We know at the beginning of the season, it was all about the development, collectively, and individual improvement. And that's what Martin St-Louis did, and that's what he's doing still, Adam Nicola and the staff of the player development. Now, my first thing they have to pay really attention to Montreal Canadiens is taking a deep dive on their mid-scout practice. Since the beginning of the season, this is a fiasco for the Montreal Canadiens. They're returning earlier. The Monahan, Gallagher, Madison, and now this weekend, Cooley. Yeah, something is wrong inside this mid-scout staff. I don't know what is going on. We know the Montreal Canadiens play some game like hide all the injury they have. Jordan Emerson is another one I can mention to you. But they have to figure out the Montreal Canadiens. It's not normal. There's something wrong there. Can you need to really pay attention on the mid-scout practice by the staff with the Montreal Canadiens. My second priorities for the Montreal Canadiens is Denis Gurianov. Will have to prove himself. He have a really good start with the Montreal Canadiens, but yesterday, again, the Vegas Golden Knights, it disappeared, obviously, for him. And Montreal have to give him a great audition until the next 20 game to figure out if he's going to be part of Montreal in the future. But it's not over. Let's go on with a 2B. It's about other audition for other players. I'm talking about RHP, Ilonen, Justin Barron. We can include Alex Belzil, Peseda, Pitlick, all those players. Kovacevic is another one. Jordan Harris could become another one too. What are you going to do next year if they have a spot or not with the Montreal Canadiens? So it will be interesting. And we can add Samuel Montembeault too. So this is another way Montreal have to pay attention until the end of the season. Number 3, guys, is Joel Edmondson. His body must be tested and preserved because Montreal Canadiens, I still believe, whatever did not trade him at the trade deadline, possible during the summer, they could make a trade about Joel Edmondson. It's something you have to follow up, but definitely Edmondson have to show for the rest of the league his body is good enough to continue to play hockey. Finally, the last one is about the managing the split goal between the goaltender Jake Allen and Samuel Montembeault. I understand for Martin St-Louis, the goaltender number 1 is a little bit more Jake Allen. In the last couple of games, Allen was a little bit better. But at the end of the day, they have to figure out what's going happening with Samuel Montembeault. And I think that would be a good way if Montembeault can get about 9 to 12 starts before the end of the season. It would be really interesting what Martin St-Louis, the staff coaches, and the player development coaches are going to do for the rest of the season. This is still have another quarter before the end of the year. And I think it's the time for Montreal to stay focusing on 4 different things I just mentioned to you. I would like to hear from you guys. Leave me comments what you think about my suggestion. And then if you have any other ideas, please share it with us. I will definitely reply to it. And let's move on now, guys. My second subject of the day. My second subject, guys, I'm excited. I don't know if you are like me because I want to talk about ab prospect. I'm talking about Lane HUTSON set an historic scoring rate in NCAA as a freshman. Unbelievable. year for the defenseman, left defenseman, Lane HUTSON. This year, and 33 games, his regular season is over. By the way, Boston is number 7. Is one of the reasons why the Boston performed this year. And 33 games, 12 goals, 31 assists, 43 points, a point per game average of 1.3, one of the best in NCAA forever. Here's, I want to compare him, his stat with happening with other. Check this one over there, guys. Lane HUTSON, number 1. He played less game like anybody and any other great defenseman. Adam Fox, one a great player for the New York Rangers, 1.14. Luke Hughes going to be a great asset for the New Jersey Devils, 0.95. Zach Werenski, Justin Falk, Jack Johnson, Jacob Trouba, Quinn Hughes. You can see the list, guys. They have a lot of great players. Kel McCarr at the bottom. Look how many players scored more goals. Only one, Luke HUTSON. And he was not his freshman. It was only when he was 19 to 20 years old. So just give you an idea, guys, what Montreal Canadiens has in their hands. I'm talking about Lane HUTSON. What a great year he has with the Boston University. I'm not done yet, guys. We're going to review more information by number, guys. Update involved the percentage of the team goal score assisted of some top NCAA defensemen in their draft plus 1 year after that. Look, Kel McCall, 20.1. Adam Fox, 27.4. Quinn Hughes, 30%. And Lane HUTSON, guys, he has 31.8% of all the point for any player with the Boston Bruins. So if you have a goal and assist, he is 1/3 of all the point happening to the Boston Bruins. And that's the reason why he's the number 1 with the most point in the NCAA and the number 1 with a point per game in NCAA 2 with other players. So what a great performance of Lane HUTSON. That gives you an idea what's happening with Lane HUTSON this year. Now, what is next now for Lane HUTSON? What could happen for him? But first of all, he could stay 1 more year in NCAA and work on himself, like get more muscle. He have a pretty good second half of the season about his cap control. Defensive side was a little bit better. But is it good enough right now to move on with the Montreal Canadiens or not? I'm still not sure to give you the best answer. I think we have to wait a little bit more longer what is going to happen for him now until the end of the playoff in NCAA. And then many players usually play 2 years in NCAA. He could return with the Boston University, or he could turn professional, get a contract, ELC, and play with Laval or with the Montreal Canadiens. Would be really interesting what the Montreal Canadiens would sit with him and suggest what would be the benefit for him and for the Montreal Canadiens is another story we have to follow up about Lane HUTSON. But before we move, we want to remind you, please leave me a comments. What do you think about Lane HUTSON now, the ad prospect with the Montreal Canadiens? This concludes, guys, my second subject. Let's move on now for my third and last one of the day. My final subject, guys, is really special. It's about Sean Monahan could sign a special contract with Montreal Canadiens. I dive inside its front rules in NHL. I think I have a really good proposal for the Montreal Canadiens and the Sean Monahan. First of all, they did not trade him, but could resign Monahan with the Montreal. He could get a contract called in NHL, a 1-year bonus laden contract. What this is all about, coach. First of all, you have 2 options in NHL to have a bonus. First, one, you sign a entry-level contract for the rookies. Whatever is a 2 years or 3 years, you can get some kind of bonus. And then the second one is if you are older at 35 years old, example, Krejcik and Bergeron got some kind of bonus this year with the Boston Bruins. But you have a third one. That's what I want to talk to you guys when you talk about coach. First of all, guys, you have an agreement with the CBA. A player who are 400 plus game for pension purpose and who, as number 1, in the last year of their most recent SPC, spent 100 days or more on the injury reserve list, and finally have signed a 1-year SPC for the current or upcoming league year. So you have a lot of great information there for about the new agreement with the CBA and the NHL, and this applied for Sean Monahan. He's not 35 years old. He cannot get an ELC, but Monahan, guys, play 681 game in NHL, complete the article number 1 of this rule. Secondly, he has already 90 days counting in the long-term injury reserve or ER. That's now going happening until March 16. If he stays on this list, he will complete the 100. And that's open up now for Sean Monahan to have some kind of agreement with bonus contract I just mentioned to you. So what could happen, guys, is the Montreal Canadiens could offer option 1, Schedule A bonus, a basic condition like playing 60 plus game, scoring 20 goals, etc. Max of $1 million as the bonus. Option 2, B bonus, league-wide award, Art Ross Trophy, Selke Trophy, and team to terminate the perimeters, maximum of $2.5 million. That would be something he could get in bonus side. Performance about the set, gameplay, goal, assist, point, face-off, could add this. His performance, he can get a trophy in NHL. Add to $2.5 million at the end if he reach all those kind of perimeter for his stat personal during the upcoming year. But now the Montreal Canadiens guys could offer him a new contract at $2 million plus a bonus from $0 to $2.5 million like I just expressed to you a couple of minutes ago. Finally, this is benefit for the Montreal Canadiens first of all because they could trade him next year at the trade deadline and his contract is not at 6.3 like he is right now, but only at $2 million. And the bonus does not count. This is a great way for Sean Monahan now to sign this contract and could prove himself for the rest of the league. He could have a healthy body and play for a little bit longer in NHL. Would be really interesting what this situation is going to turn around. But this is my suggestion about Sean Monahan. Montreal could find a way to sign him a 1-year contract, a minimum, plus a signature bonus at the end of his contract. But I would like to hear from you. What do you think? Are you willing to think the Montreal should give him a 1-year contract for the upcoming year? This concludes, guys, all my subject I have for this episode 266. Here we go, guys. This concludes another episode of HABS Daily News with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy. But before we leave, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to Hockey Nation Show, and leave me a comment about this episode. And of course, remember, you have greatness inside of you. And we wish you not only an amazing, great blessing day, but an amazing, great week for each one of you.